Hello, we are the Villa and Mantas and we are trying to travel to 100 countries. Till when? Till it happens! Last week we shared our journey in Ninh. This week we came to our 52nd country, Cambodia, and visiting one of the world wonders, Angkor Wat. No, not visiting, but throwing ourselves out of bed in the middle of the night to go there. So let's go! Today we woke up 3:30, so we would be ready at 4:20 and we will be going to Angkor Wat, one of the oldest cities in the world. You would ask yourself, why would it matter to wake up so early? Like, the city is not gonna disappear in the middle of the day. But the most popular tour is to see the sunrise in Angkor Wat. That's why we decided to go there and to see what's the hype about, why most of the tours are so early, and why people force themselves to wake up at 3 a.m. to see the sunrise. So we came to buy the tickets. You can see that's probably the busiest part of the country right now. The ticket for one day costs $37. You can pay by card or by cash, only in American dollars. For 3 days it costs 60 something, and you can choose yourself how much you want to go. We got the tickets with our photos so we do not get lost. That's great. So we came and now our guide is taking us to see with a flashlight. It's so dark in here, no lights, nothing. It's so busy, there are so many people in here, but the only option to film is if you highlight yourself with the light of the phone. So now we are going to the place where we will be waiting for the sunrise. It's in 1 hour and a bit, so it's some time to wait. We found a spot near the lake, the main lake, and now what we do? We have to wait for 1 hour. We waited already for over 40 minutes. And you can see me and the same. You can see the morning. There are a lot of people in here, but it's beautiful, so it makes sense. If you're coming here, what we suggest, take something warmer and something to sit on. Because if you're waiting for 50 minutes, you really do not want to stand. And at the same time, it's quite cold in the morning. It's gonna get very warm during the day, but right now it's quite cold. So you can see that's the beautiful part, but that's how many tourists are here. I haven't expected it to be that much. So the morning part of the sunrise is kind of till the end, but now still we have 1 hour where we'll be walking around the Angkor Wat, learning more about it. And that's not bad. I mean, waking up at 3 a.m. was super hard,
but it's really worth it, I would say.
So what we learned so far about the Angkor Wat is that it was built by 300,000 people who were doing this because they wanted to go to heaven. You know, they are building the temple. And Angkor Wat means the king country of king. And it was created as a temple for king. And actually the king is still there. Of course, not alive, but still kept there in the middle lotus of all the temples. Through this main road, that means it has 365 steps, representing 365 days. We are almost on the first level to go to the inside of the temple. You go inside and you can see all the stairs are the new wood construction to make it a bit easier for the tourists to wander around. So one of the parts is still have all the carvings from the very beginning, and you can see it's super detailed with dragons and soldiers. So even though most of the time you feel the ancient feeling here, but those details, cravings and things like that are something that really brings you back to the history. Wandering around like mantas, you need to be careful because the steps are very steep, and to get there it's not that easy.
As you can see, here's many narrow corridors. You can just go through them, I guess, whole day. I mean, this complex is enormously big. I didn't expect that, to be honest, but it is very, very big. And as it's getting warmer, as sun is rising up, as you can see, there are amazing places here.
One of the interesting places in Angkor Wat is the Echo Room. In this chamber you can try any sound and it will be amplified tens of times.
And finally, after wandering around, we came to the second level where you can see the towers of the temple. The famous towers that the Angkor Wat is known for. From most of the angles, you couldn't take a photo because of the sunrise and the sun being in front of you. So that's the point where you could actually enjoy like the full detailed beauty. People are living here just near the Angkor Wat. You can see a little girl bringing her brother with her. And here's her house. And oh, you can't see through the trees, but just like few steps there is Angkor Wat. So the people are still here.
So here we are in one of the ancient libraries of this king city.
Before, when this was still used, they had two libraries, one here and one there. This one was for women, another one was for men. How strange it would be. And in the middle they would have a fire, and around that fire they would read and learn. So that's one of the buildings in the whole area. So during the night we were walking through this bridge, the water bridge, and we couldn't see anything. So now only we could see. We entered through these gates, and then now we could see what actually happened, right, Mantas?
Yes, and also the interesting fact is that this whole river is man-made.
So here we are already leaving the Angkor Wat, at least for today. We're now taking the bus to the other part. But the other thing we had to see today is the Tonle On gate. It's just in front of us. What's special about this gate is that it has 4 faces of Buddha on it, looking to all 4 directions and protecting the temple that's there. Their faces, it looks like masks. It's very funny to walk around and take the videos and photos of being like angry like those. But that's just a quick stop. Now we are in the other temple we will be seeing. It's called Bayon Temple. So the Angkor Wat was firstly the Hindu temple that became the Buddhist temple. The Bayon, differently, it started as a Buddhist temple and then became an Hindu temple that's called Bayon. What this temple means is the temple for parents saving their kids. you can see there is a smiley face just looking at us. That's a smiling Buddha. They're welcoming you coming to the temple of Buddhism. Everywhere you walk around here, you hear these squeaking sounds, and these are the bats. So it's a bit scary. But in general, you can see all the smiling faces even from up close.
One more interesting fact that there is 54 smiling Buddha's towers, and guess what? 5 plus 4 it's 9, and it's a magic number, and everything here is built like that with the magic number in mind.
So you can see the faces again to the every direction, and some of them they have a third eye on their forehead, because again that's the that became from the Buddhist temple, it became a Hindu temple, and that was the change made to make it the Hindu one. Even though the temple is like mostly ruined, it still has most of the towers with the faces, what really fascinates us in this place. Back to our van. The third temple of the day, after the lunch. Now we're heading to the jungle temple. The temple with a tree in the middle of it. No idea how it looks, but in a moment we will see. So I wasn't sure what it meant by the fact that there is a tree in the middle of the temple, but it's quite literal. You can see it's a very old temple from the look. Looks even a little bit older than the other ones, or not that good in the shape. And in the middle of it there is a huge tree. It seems that the tree is almost dead at this moment, but the look of it, it's strange. When you look from the front of the temple, it looks incredible, but then look from this part. This tree is basically taking over the temple. It looks like stone in some parts and really connected with the temple. But it seems that every temple has a tree in here, because walking around this area there are more of them. And again you can see there is a temple in front and a huge tree. This one also dead, standing there. If it falls, that could be dangerous. Tell me that you also see this face. It's like an animal face, like the nose and mouth and then 2 eyes. It looks so ancient when it's surrounded with the trees and of course the stones a bit ruined. If you think that you saw this place somewhere, it's because this is where one of the Lara Croft movies were filmed. If you like this tour, do not forget that we are sharing everything what we do, and you can find the link in the description of the tour we took, or something similar if this is not available. So check it out if you like it and if you want to try. It's really nice.
Yeah, also maybe to mention that, for example, about the prices, I guess. So, for example, you can just hire a tuk-tuk for one day to take you everywhere you want, and it costs about $20. And if you want to hire a car, for example, for more comfortable go, it costs about 40.
And the tour with the guide also cost 18 euros per person, so the price it would be similar as hiring a car for 2 people. But here you have a guide who tells you everything, the stories, the history. We won't lie, we are already a bit tired because we woken up at like 3 a.m. So it's a bit harder right now to enjoy. It's still nice. That's the end of the day and the tour. How did we like it?
It was really amazing, maybe a little bit too long.
Agree. Especially when you wake up at 3 a.m., it's sometimes a bit hard. But if you want to see the sunrise, then that's probably like one of the options what you could do. And again, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching till the end. Like, subscribe and comment. We really appreciate that, and we like to chat with you in the comment section. And
Let's meet in the next video.
bye!
Bye.